Hi everyone. Tomorrow we have a team training and I bought a Didi for the team training because he is coming with me. I'm not gonna groom her now for the whole on the video, but maybe it's nice if I show you how I scissor the tail on a T-clip. Before I'm gonna explain that, I'm not telling you that other people don't do it at a good way or it's not nice or whatever. I just want to tell you how I do it because I've been struggle with it a couple of years maybe. Now I've found a way for myself how to groom the tail in. Again, if I say something that I don't like, I don't say that it's wrong what someone is doing. It's just not my way. I see a lot of tails that they look like, well, like a terrier, but it's also, that is not really true, because I've never seen a terrier with a tail that starts somewhere on her back. But I don't like it on a poodle. A poodle should be a poodle, and in my opinion, it should not be a terrier. Also not with a tail. Another thing is that I do want to see angulation in the back, but I don't like the very long and sloping lines because, well, it can be pretty when you look at it and the dog is standing still on the table. But in my opinion, if the dog is moving and he will move his back leg to the front, his pin bone is dropping down already. So if we're gonna make that sloping line down here, first of all, in my opinion, it will look that the dog is getting longer. To be honest, if the dog is moving, it will look like that he have kind of shit in his pants here. So when he's standing still, it can look pretty, but when he's moving, in my opinion, it is ugly. I've found another way. I do have hair here in the front of my tail, but I don't go over the point where the tail is started. And also, when I groom the tail, keep it up. Always keep the tail up. Also when it's short with the terrier clip. Of course, Didi has a perfect tail of herself, so it's more easy to cut it in. So basically, I have to groom this whole part to get this tail right in. And I have kind of some tips. Maybe you have something on it or not. Normally I do her back with the clipper. Of course I scissor it over, but I start with the clipper. And then I feel where her tail is start. It's just like when you have to shave the base of the tail, you also have to keep the tail up to feel where the tail is started. So never hold it down like that, because then you really are too low. I leave some hair on the tail because if I shave the whole tail, also here in the front, I don't, in my opinion, it's not really kind of in balance, and I want it in balance with the whole dog. I don't want a full body and nice legs, and of course elegant, because I love elegance, so there are never overloaded coat on my dogs, because I don't like this, but that's my opinion. But I want the tail in balance, so I don't want a very tiny small tail like a rat. I don't like that. I do want to leave the hairs on the tail on the right place, but I do also want to see the angulation and not the sloping lines down here and the straight back. So also when I start a clipper the back, I clipper until the base of the tail is starting. So I'm not gonna groom her the whole way, but just to show her, I will groom her just some parts, and then I will finish her tomorrow. So I just come in with my clipper and I stop where the tail is starting. And I also do that at the back, of course. Everybody do that, I think. I just feel where a pin bone is and then I just blend the coat off. Right. And normally I would shave the whole part of this, and here we can shave it, but it's not important now. I will do that tomorrow. So now I get my scissor and I just leave the coat here and I come in with my scissor. I try to keep it straight. My scissor must be as straight as possible, because meanwhile I'm scissoring it, I will go down a bit. But if I already start my line from the pin bone to the hip, I will make it too sloping. So in my head, I want to make a straight line. I feel with this blade from my scissor, the inside blade of the tail, where the tail starts, and from that point, I will make it straight to there. I hold her tail up. And maybe you already do it this way, right? But it's not the kind of tip I want to give you, because that is coming later. And I also do it a little on the other side, otherwise he will look ugly when I have to go over the street tomorrow. And I have bob her, of course, but as you can see, she's not totally straightened up. Sorry. If my coach will hear it. Sorry, coach. So I just blow her dry with the blaster, and I don't stretch her after with the normal blower. What I otherwise always do, even well, always, especially when I have the competition, I will blow her dry and straighten her with the normal blower and my brush. So now, of course, we can groom the back of the tail. I groom it all away. She's not really that long yet, because after Groomania, I scissored her a couple of weeks back. So I don't finish her. I never finish my dogs when I'm grooming them at home, because they don't have to go anywhere. I only do that when I at a competition or I have to go to show. Then they must be look perfect. But if I don't have to go anywhere, I try to keep the lines in and not more. Right, now the whole side of my tail, I'll also cut it. Just cut it away. And as you can see, my arm is not here in front of the camera. I'm putting in my scissor kind of straight here in the coat, because if I'm doing that, and I will make this line kind of more in my head straight, and I put my scissor in like this, I kind of make it separate the tail a little, so I get my angulation back. And then I go here also in her, by her butt, I go in with my scissor, really in. I'm kind of separating the tail from the side, because you will already notice in a minute, we get that angulation back without leaving all the coats, because I scissor all the coat off at the back as much as I can. I don't leave any coat here. And I put my scissor in here, make kind of a hard line, already, you guys can already see it. I will show it a bit more from the side. Maybe if I put my camera on here, you can see I make that line in there. You see? Well, it's not finished, of course. So, and then I'm going to blend this in. Well, now I'm standing in front of the camera, sorry, but I have to blend this angulation in. And yes, I do use my chunker for it. So go in with your scissor. So you make that angulation. I think it's hard to see the camera because the camera it will not look straight at all, but it is straight. A little bit going down. Meanwhile, I'm scissoring it. So I make it short at the side and the back of the tail. I make it shorter here and then go a little bit more out here, so I don't make a rat tail. It must be in balance. I will do the same at the other side. So there is of course a lot of coat here, and I will go to the other side. And remember, she's not scissored at all yet, so relax. I still have to scissor the rest, but don't look at it. I will do a quick the other side. Remember, always hold the tail up. Just a little over there, I have to finish it tomorrow, but just to give you an idea of how the tail is, otherwise you will not see it. So, and maybe you say, well, I do that already for so long and that way. Well, I wish you had told me like 10 years ago. But because I have really had no idea. So, well, the last thing we have to do is, you see, she already, don't look too much at the rest of her because I have to still get this off, of course, and I have put my blade in it, but we of course have to finish the rest. But it's basically more on that line. Then you can see you can make that angulation and have that tail. And now we only have to do is blend this coat in. So blend it in the tail, so it will go smooth over there from the across in the tail without leaving too much hair and want to make it a terrier, a wrong terrier in my opinion, because a terrier don't have a tail up here. Well, I've never seen him. Maybe you, but I'm not. And again, if you like the way of grooming your tail all the way here to the hip bones, please do. I don't say that is wrong. In my opinion, it's not a good way, but if you like it, please do it. So now the rest of the tail must be in balance as well, but you see I leave a little bit more coat on the top. This is how I groom the terrier tail in. So I make the hard lines at the side. I groom them short at the side, but I blend the hair from where the base of the tail is start. So not in front, just feel it, hold the tail up and feel where the base of the tail start. And I blend it in with my scissor. I don't clip it, because then it will look like a different braid. And if you are lose your angulation a bit, just go in with your clipper like this. With your scissor, sorry. Just straight and then cut it. Don't be afraid. Maybe I can show you one more time from her back. And also here, I clean it up a bit. And I also don't say that this is the right thing, how you have to scissor it. No, I don't. I just say I like it this way. And nobody has told me, unfortunately. I wish somebody has. You see the hard lines? I just really go in with my scissor. Kind of more straight. And then once you have hold her tail up, she will have that angulation. When she's moving, it will not look like this, that she has shit in her pants. So I will make a picture maybe tomorrow when it's finished, but well, maybe you can try it for yourself, the way how I have scissored it now. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. If you don't, it's no problem at all. Just do it the way you like it. This is the way how I always do it. Have a good evening.